Hi Aries, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for joining me, Aries. If you enjoy this content, please feel free to leave behind a like or a subscribe. That would be very much appreciated. Thank you so much for doing that in advance. Okay, there's definitely some sort of journey or adventure that's coming into your path here, Aries. Possibly even a fork in the road, a very important decision you're going to have to make. Let's start off with the Eight of Cups here. Eight of Cups is a card of searching for something deeper, okay? It is a card where we need to go on some sort of quest, or we need to undertake a major decision, okay? There's a lot of indecisiveness and choices that could possibly weigh heavy on you because you've got the moon here, and the moon can often bring about emotions. It can really make us feel very emotionally heightened. It can make us feel anxious. Yes, it can also make us feel very creative. But for some of you, there is something you're following. I feel like you're pursuing something that you've wanted for so long, and you're setting out on that journey here, Aries. So I feel like what you're going to be pursuing in October is going to take you very, very far, especially because you're ending the month with the Hierophant, which is a very strong energy. Now, for some of you, it might be a water sign that's pursuing you or disconnecting from you. This is the notion of something is missing, so you really have to journey ahead. But I see that you're going to come to a major crossroads in your life in some capacity, Aries. Could be in your relationships, could even be in work, okay, work or career, could even be travel and adventure. But some of you are, I feel like life as you know it might change, because there could be a difference in living situation. You might be moving abroad, or you might even be traveling somewhere, and you're going to absolutely fall in love with it, Aries, and you're not wanting to go anywhere else. But it could definitely be a water sign, a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio around you who might be exiting your life. There could be heartbreak. There could be disorientation, because the Page of Swords is under that, and the Page of Swords doesn't want to let someone go. And if I put these two cards next to them, it's almost like he wants to stop him, or he doesn't want him to go. So there's someone here, you might not necessarily want them to leave your life, or they might not want to leave yours, but it has to happen, unfortunately, the way the cards can reveal, or are revealing. The next card over is the Two of Swords. If you do have an air sign around you, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, I feel like this person might be displaying a bit of contradictory behavior. There might be a bit of hypocrisy, or there might be someone who is not very confident in their decision somehow with the Two of Swords. Now, I want to focus this reading more on you, Aries, so it could absolutely be you, but the Two of Swords, you have a decision to make that you need to take control over with the Queen of Wands here. Could be a decision to make over an air sign or a fire sign, could be a Leo here. You also have earth in the form of Taurus, and water here, possibly in the form of Cancer. Now, you do have a few Cancer moons here. So if you are dealing with someone, I feel like someone is also feeling like something is a little bit off, or something is changing within you, Aries. But there is a major decision, or something you blocked off. Someone is going to be continuously more persistent about it. Maybe you've blocked off romantic links to someone here, but someone is going to be very forward. The Queen of Wands, this is how this person is coming up. They could be very forward with how they're trying to connect with you, romantically, sexually. Maybe they're trying to make you some sort of offer, but you'll be stuck. You'll feel stuck with what sort of decision to make here, Aries. And this is why I think it's a major decision here. It could involve your future love, career choices, even, as I said, living abroad. So living situation could change, but I do feel like there's a major decision or a fork in the road that's going to come up for you that could really change the way your life is coming about in the month of October. Because you also have that Two of Wands energy, and this is indecisiveness. This is uncertainty, or possibly you having options. For some of you, I feel like you're leaving something behind, or you're finally walking away from a situation here. Now, for some of you, it can involve a marriage situation, because the Hierophant can often symbolize commitment, ceremony, tradition, marriage, okay, the sanctity of marriage. So some of you might be walking away from a marriage here. Some of you might be moving countries, walking away from a life you thought you knew, or a life you thought you'd be comfortable with in October. So possibly It's changes, but these changes have been a long time coming, Aries, because deep down you have wanted this change and you're finally being presented with options, okay, by a higher power. Should you stay or should you go? But some of you, I definitely see some sort of exodus. You're leaving, okay? You're leaving someone or something behind and you're finally leaving it to your past. It's been a long time coming. Now, for some of you, there's options here, either options with traveling, options in a work situation. There could be multiple offers. Maybe these offers have been around you for quite some time and maybe you've been thinking about them, and up until this point you've been a little bit indecisive, but maybe this is all about to change and you're about to undergo something. You know, this choice here is going to lead you to something new. But I feel like you're longing for something here, Aries. You've been waiting for something, either waiting for an opportunity to leave or disconnect or change jobs. It's like you've been waiting for that sign to finally arrive, or that second option to come into your life. And I feel like it's coming in the time of October, possibly early to mid-October. Moving on, you've got the Page of Swords down here. So some of you have felt a little bit uncertain about leaving something behind. But deep down, you know it's not right, Aries. Or you feel like you need to change up a situation. Or you feel like you need to walk away. Maybe you just need time. Maybe you just need time to think. Maybe you need independence. Could be time away from work. Maybe that's why travel is coming up. Maybe you need that moment to clear your head. See where you're at. See where you want to be. I feel like there's a lot of reflection and choice. And I feel like maybe for a lot of you up until this point of the year, this is the hardest decision you'll have to make so far for the year, okay? Could be around health, could be around, you know, a lot of things. I think it's about leaving something behind though more so. It's something you're connected to in some way. And a part of you is unsure. I mean, you've tried to mentally clarify or mentally convince yourself that it's something you need to do, but a part of you still feels attached to it in some way, like a house, a person, and it's hard to let go. But there's a part of you, an even deeper part, possibly more the subconscious, that is saying to you, now is the time to leave, now is the time to venture in, now is the time to disconnect. So it's the biggest choice or hardest decision you'll have to make this so far for this year. Or thus far, okay? But there could also be an air sign who is exhibiting uncertain behavior, or an air sign that might be blocking you off a little bit, maybe in communication. If you aren't directly dealing with an air sign, Aries, it could be that there's someone here around you who's blocking communication or doesn't feel like they want to talk. Now, if this is someone romantic or someone, you know, you've just come in contact with, I feel like this person still might be looking to the past because the Page of Swords looks behind him. He's not confident about the future. So they're either thinking about rejoining a past employer or possibly even dabbling with the notion of rejoining or reconnecting with an ex. But for this person, their thoughts, they're still thinking about their past. I feel like they're still dwelling, or they're still giving credence or energy to their past in some way. But this could also be you, Aries. Some of you might be giving solace, you might be getting solace from someone about your past, but you want to move on at the same time. It's a very spiritual or emotional matter with these things that are coming up. You know, we don't see much offers here in the physical realm. It's more to do with spirituality and things that are internal. So I definitely feel like you've got a tough choice or a tough decision coming up, but you will absolutely come out of it and rock it with confidence. The Queen of Wands rules initiative. She's very, very proactive. She's the decision maker. She's also the deciding factor. So there could be a deciding factor that changes something for you. Could be another offer, another person, a living situation, something that happens around the time of October that's going to be the deciding factor, whether you stay or whether you go. But the Queen of Wands, the time has come. She rules spirituality. She's an opportunist, and she sees that the time is ready, and she is more powerful than the Two of Swords, which is that blocked energy, anxiousness. You've got water around you here. But suddenly she comes in and she's got the flower. She represents the summertime, the springtime, fertility, openness, receptivity. So something's going to change here for you, Aries. And I think once you make the decision, it's the start of something new. Essentially, you're planting a seed. You're birthing a new path for yourself. So whatever this deciding factor is that you'll have to make, or govern or lead over or preside over, you will do it with confidence and clarity. And once you overcome that, you will see big changes for yourself. Look, for some of you, there could be a leadership position coming up around you in career as well. She is a Leo, okay? Leos are leaders. They really excel or rise to the top. So some of you might be promoted or elevated, especially with these two cards. Okay, so maybe the deciding factor in career, for example, is a promotion, and suddenly you want to stay because you're going to be elevated. The Hierophant is all about status. He's part of an elite circle. Because this is a Christian deck, he's God's representative here on earth. He is the vicar of Christ. And, you know, he has this elevated position that is extremely respected for. So this goes, you know, your reputation is increasing. People are noticing your talents. People want to praise you. People want to reward you, maybe with promotions. Maybe there is someone who's definitely putting you on a pedestal here. It is Taurus energy, and Taurus is ruled by Venus. So anything to do with romance, luxury items, overindulgences, anything that's beautiful on the interior or exterior, that's coming up around you. And I think for a lot of you, with the Hierophant here, it could definitely bring romance or marriage. There could even be a marriage or a proposal that happens overseas or on a trip. So if you have that booked in October, some of you might be getting proposed to or thinking about proposing to someone. But you're thinking about marriage here. You're thinking about commitment. There's a new title or a new status, or there's some sort of change here. But I feel like it's coming from you. You will either be the one to help bring about that change in status or title, or maybe you're going to become more exclusive. Maybe this is even divorcing, okay, walking away. But this could also be getting married, walking away from the single life to come into committed marriage. The Hierophant can also rule anything in the physical, like I said. So property, luxurious things, ownership, assets. For some of you, you might be getting a bit of money here towards the end of the month. The Hierophant is wealthy, wealthy in supporters and encouragers and followers, possibly even wealthy in assets as well. So that's quite interesting. But I will leave it at that, Aries, and continue on with your extended, where I'll explore love and career in more depth with 10 more cards. The extended link is below. Sale on all my private readings, which are listed below in the show more section. Otherwise, take care.